there was a time where I had a certain idea about the amount of quality time partners should spend together. If you had a good relationship, you were spending a number of hours a day hanging out with your partner, going on trips together, doing new activities together, cooking together, and sharing the responsibilities of the household together. And I imposed those expectations on my relationships. And upon further inquiry, you would be astonished to find out, you probably wouldn't be astonished to find out, that actually I don't want to do everything together with my partner, if I have a partner. In fact, I want to do very little with my partner. And I was surprised to find that out, because for most of my life, I was following this idea, this assumption that a good relationship equaled a certain level of union, of like symbiosis in all things. And now I know that that would never function for me if I were to have a relationship, that I actually need to have a substantial amount of time to myself to focus on my own craft, which has nothing to do with my relationship at all. That my relationship might not always be my first priority. And it took me years to figure that out. And then it took me more years to live it without shame and guilt, thinking that I was somehow wrong for not wanting what society told me I should want if I wanted a partner. And then additionally, time to stand my ground in that if I had a person who wanted more from me than I was available to give to them, which has its own complexity on top of that, because they're still living by the societal adage of how a relationship is supposed to look. And that's really the work here, is how do you construct all of your relationships, whether it's your marriage, whether it's your friendships, whether it's the relationship you have with me, with the other men in these groups, how do you build it based off of your true need and not what you have been raised to believe is available? Because that's like going to a buffet and thinking that's the only food that you're ever going to get on the planet. When in fact, when you start to travel, you learn that there's such thing as cassava and Jerusalem artichoke and heirloom tomatoes, things that you may never have seen growing up, but discover upon branching out that there's more to life than what was available at the Safeway in your hometown.